Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Hardcore Challenges. In this episode, we're going to be working on getting some infrastructure set up for our challenge of trying to complete the Hero of the Village advancement. So I did a little bit of work off camera in between episodes, getting together some diamond gear, and really didn't have that much luck in mining. Maybe I'm just not patient enough. Admittedly, I didn't spend that much time. I think I probably did like a 30-minute mining session, and I only found a few diamonds, but we're going to go ahead and get started with a time lapse showing some of that mining. Then we're going to jump into another clip that I've already recorded. Unfortunately, when I recorded it, my microphone was unplugged, so none of the audio survived, so I did a voiceover instead. Not sure how it turned out. But, it was easier than re-recording everything and having to tear down what I built and all that fun stuff. So I'll get back to you guys at the end of that. So be right back. Okay, so this is going to be our first little voiceover bit. As you can see, I've been working out in the village, setting up a beginning sugarcane farm. This is a reminder that I still need to do a lot of work on the village to make it actually habitable, but we're actually going to jump into making our villager breeder because I wanted to make sure that I always had lots and lots of villagers to make sure that if some start to die during the raid, we're still going to be able to get the hero of the village accomplishment, because unfortunately if all of the villagers die, then the advancement will be a failure. So I'm just starting by pillaring up a little bit, and then I'm going to make my crop platform. It's kind of up to you as far as how large of a platform you want to make. I usually do the classic 9x9. And it's also up to you what kind of crop you want to use in here. You really don't need it to be a full 9x9. I believe you could probably get away with just like 5x5, but I've got the resources, so I figure why not. So here we are just building it out. I also wanted to have a whole bunch of villagers so that I could start to do villager trading, because I really need to get some pretty decent gear. I am trying to get not only the advancement for Hero of the Village, but I also want to get it by completing not just any raid, but a raid that is at the highest difficulty rating. So I need to make sure that I have really good gear because I'm going to be facing Ravagers and facing Evokers and all that fun stuff. So once you've got your farmland, or your platform for farmland, you can go ahead and toss in a water bucket. I like to cover it up just because I don't want to have the villagers falling in. And I was, at that point, getting distracted because I needed a torch. Also came up here without slabs. Want to make sure that you enclose the area. That way the villagers who are in your breeder can't fall out. So I'm making a little platform off to either side for the composter, which I, being a well-prepared person, I forgot to bring with me. But just then building up a ring of slabs. You want to make sure that you've got one on the lower level so that the babies can't run off, and one at the upper level so that neither the babies nor the adults can run off. You could use full blocks, but slabs are just a little bit more of a resource efficient way of doing it. You also want to leave a gap so that the baby villagers can fall through and get caught below. So yeah, just a matter of building this up, slowly going around the ring. And we're almost around. Yeah, it's a basic villager breeder. There are other designs out there, but this one's just very quick and easy to do, so I like to do it pretty often because it means I don't have to stress out about it. But yeah, let's just craft up a few more slabs and finish up the ring. Now leave a 3-wide gap there for the baby villagers to pathfind through. And then I need to make some trapdoors. I forgot that I already had some in my inventory, so I made many more than I needed. And you need to put trapdoors down at the... not there. Get my axe out. But you want a trapdoor here, because the villager pathfinding will think that it is a block that the villager can walk on. And then we want a little bed platform. I like to do a 3x3 and then place the beds on the far side away from the villagers. Just to make sure that they can't accidentally somehow manage to hop into the bed. My phone is going crazy. Let me put it on Do Not Disturb. Then we also need to have a trapdoor at that height so that the adult villagers cannot walk through. The player can walk through, baby villagers can walk through, but adult villagers cannot. So just need to clear that spot so that we've got a place for our composters. And then it's just a matter of... I don't know what I'm doing at this point. What I'm saying. Oh, I think I'm saying that I need to go get the carrots and get the beds and all that fun stuff. So let's break that. Build up here. And eventually toss some some ladders so that I can climb up more easily. And there we go, and it's almost night, so I'm going to go ahead and sleep through the night while I'm thinking about all the other stuff I need. So I think I'm grabbing my composters and my carrots here. Also making up some torches just so I can light everything up. Collecting some beds. Nothing in there. There's one. And I want one more. That way I can have 3 beds up top and still have my bed in my inventory. Sorry, dude, but that bed is mine now. And I'm going to sleep. Okay, just a matter of getting up there by making some ladders, making too many ladders, but oh well. Not the end of the world. There we go. Let's toss a torch on top. Let's get ourselves a hoe so that we can go ahead and convert all of this dirt into farmland and start to grow our carrots. It doesn't matter too much what crop you use. I would recommend using either carrots or potatoes, but not using beetroot or wheat, because the beetroot seeds and the wheat seeds can just clutter up the villagers' inventories, and it can get to the point where they're not collecting the wheat or the beetroot itself. Just building a little staircase to get the villagers in, and rather than worry about like mine carts or boats or anything, I'm actually going to take advantage of the villagers' own pathfinding. Because once they see a work block, like the composter, they will start heading in that direction to claim the job, assuming that they are an unemployed villager, which all of my villagers in the town now are, because I went ahead and broke every single work block that I could find. Let's toss down our beds. And a yellow one in between because symmetry. And now it's just a matter of looking for the villagers. I was kind of hoping one would be near enough to be able to pathfind by itself, but I wasn't so lucky. So it's just a matter of getting near one and tossing down the composter, seeing who comes to get their job. We can see there's a dude off right in front of us who's heading straight for the composter. I'm actually going to go ahead and make a couple composters. That way I can try to get both at once. So one's heading over. I don't know where another one might be. Oh, here's one in the sheep and horse pen for whatever reason. So let's toss that composter down, and here he comes. Toss it down again. Let's see if he'll come. And he's not interested, which means that another villager nearby must have locked onto it. And there's both of our villagers. That is kind of one annoying thing, is sometimes the villagers that lock on are not the ones that are closest. Like that dude just decided he didn't care anymore. So then we just need to hop up here. Oh, he's already seen the composter up there, so he's already well on his way. If I was smarter, I would have tossed the second one down at the bottom, but there we go. Gotta break that because he can't fit through. And that other guy just does not want to come. He was not close enough, so will that be close enough? Is there someone on some other spot coming? Okay, that villager's happy up there. Let's get over near this guy. Come on, dude. There we go. Herding villagers is always a joy in this game, but it's worth it to be able to, yeah, see, there's someone just coming up out of the woodwork. Why not? Come on, you can do it. No, he doesn't see it. There we go. And let's break that. And he already sees the one up in the farm. So that is about it for the difficult part. You can also use the beds as a way of navigating the villagers around, but you've got to do that at night. And that's a little sketchy if you haven't lit up the area very well, which I definitely have not. So now it's just a matter of cleaning up my work area and waiting. The villagers will slowly harvest the crops and get everything going. If I had bone meal, I would bone meal up these crops. One of them, it would appear, had some seeds in their inventory and some beetroot seeds. So I'm just popping up every single crop. That way I can make sure that there are only carrots in here. So I'm going to give the villager a minute to try to get rid of anything else in their inventory. See, he had some seeds still. Let me push him out of the way. Get away. That way you don't pick up the seeds again. Okay, I think we're good. It can get kind of annoying if you've got a mixture of crops because their pockets start to fill up and not in the right way. And then you're going to open up these trapdoors. That way any babies think that they can get to the beds, but they can't. And then it's just a matter of clearing up my little temporary staircase. Okay. So that is all done. And fortunately my sugarcane grew up, so I'm going to harvest that. And I think we're going to go ahead and hop into a time lapse in a second here where I am going to separate the village out into different districts. I think I mentioned that in the first video that I wanted to have the area subdivided. That way it would be easier to control the raid when it shows up. So I'm going to cut here and we'll hop into that time lapse. So be right back. And we are back. So as you can see, I have started to build up the wall a bit. I've also done a little bit more work in between clips, you know, expanding out my sugarcane operation, getting some cows here because I'm going to need some leather. I've slowly started to build up the wall. My general thought is I want it to be 3 wide. So, you know, a wall layer, a walkway, and then the wall. I am going to need to think about like some sort of pass through in between the different districts. I am also going to probably tear down some of these houses. I might rebuild them just so my villagers have some place to hang out. Oh, hi cow. You can follow me. I got a place to hang for you to hang out. Yeah, so I'm going to need to think about that. I think that's going to do it for this episode, though. Next episode, I think we're going to work on an iron farm. I've been putting a little bit of thought into how I want to do the actual raid, and having iron golems around would just be a huge, huge help. Now, I know I could, for instance, have an iron farm or an iron golem farm that just pumps natural spawned iron golems into the village. But that's actually going to be kind of dangerous for me because in the raid, if I were to accidentally hit one of those naturally spawned golems, I would get attacked by the golem. You know, the golem would not forgive me. If instead I build an iron golem out of iron blocks and, carved pumpkins, then even if I attack it, it's not going to attack me back. Also, in between clips, I went ahead and filled in a few of these caves and ravines just to prevent the eventual pillager raid from spawning in those caves and being obnoxious to try to take out. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will get back to you guys in the next one when we are working on that iron farm. So thanks for watching. Adios.